Good morning, everybody. Today is Monday, November 21st, 2022, and this is my stock market watch list. Please remember, this is only a watch list and market conditions can cause things to change very rapidly. However, in general, Thanksgiving has been a very positive week for the market. So let's see what happens this week. Just so you know, the futures are currently red, guys, and oil is also down in pre-market. Please smash that like button. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thanks so much. Okay, guys, this one was called out by Yonetsu last night in Stock Talk Weekly's 30 stock watch list plays, or 30 plays of the week. And guys, I like it. YTRA, they were up significantly yesterday, on Friday, 34.90%. And I think this can continue to be a runner. The chart looks very, very juicy, and they are IPOing in India, which is a rare opportunity. And I think that we could see substantial gains from this. PSTG was also another play called out that I really like the chart on, guys. And this is storage for the cloud. And even though tech has been doing awful for the past, year, maybe 2 years, maybe even longer, I really like PSTG and I really like the chart on this one as well. And I think that it could have moves to the upside. However, like I said, I'm not married to any direction, so I'm going to keep my eye on that. Harpoon, HARP, guys, this is a bear stock that has been beat down 94.64% in the past 5 years. And another thing that we were talking about in that space yesterday was bear stocks and the seasonality. So I am looking at HARP as a play to the upside due to the holiday season, football season, and bear in general just making some moves. So that's my call on that. Disney, guys, this announced a new CEO and it is up this morning 9.12% already. I believe it's pulled back slightly to 99, maybe 98. But guys, this is a significant move and Disney has been beat down hard. This could be an absolute runner if shorts start getting smoked out of this play. Blue Apron. All right. If you haven't seen my video on this one, watch it please, because I think this is going to have significant moves potentially this week and before the 30th. So this week going into next week, I do believe we could see some kind of squeeze opportunity based on Catalyst. So watch that video. Helbiz. All right, guys, they completed the acquisition of Wheels. I did a video on this one as well that I suggest you watch. I did a couple actually because I really like this play and think that there is a significant move to the upside here. There's insider buying going on. There's just a lot of things and it's been beat down very hard. It is up 12.12% this morning and I think it's going to continue to move. Mullen Automotives. All right, guys, how low can Mullen go? Well, I think it's in a range where it's getting ready to have a breakout. So I'm waiting for some kind of news catalyst to drop and a potential run in Mullen this week. MMAT. All right, guys, the S1 for MMTLP should drop this morning. At least that was what was floating around by reliable sources. And I do believe that MMAT and MMTLP could both see potential squeezes within the next 2 weeks. So as you can see, MMAT is already up 25.84%. MMTLP, I'm sure, is doing something. Well, actually, it's OTC, so it won't trade, I think, until market open. But I think you're going to see a very significant move in that one as well. And PSTV. All right, they're presenting at a conference today. I think I discussed this last week saying I wasn't sure the date. Well, guess what? It starts today and they're going to be showing their cancer agent and doing a presentation on it. Or cancer fighting agent, I should say. So, keep PSTV on your watch list. It has a tendency to make big moves when it does, but be careful because it also seems to every time it pumps, it gets this pullback. And I'm not quite sure why, guys. I really think that this is a good stock long term. I just think it's market conditions. Delo. All right. Delo had a Hindenburg short report that came out on it last week, guys, and it tanked it. However, on Friday, it started making moves to the upside. I believe on Thursday it may have as well, but I wasn't paying as much attention to it then as I was on Friday. And we're in a position now where this could continue to make moves to the upside. And I would be willing to bet that anybody that rode down that short report is probably getting close to needing to cover because they made substantial gains. And it's looking like it could make moves back to the upside. But again, I'm not married to any position in it. Merck. All right, guys. MRK, as well as it said Monday that it would acquire Imago, and I'll discuss that later on, but Imago is already up. They're going to be acquiring it for $36 per share. So if for some reason it drops and you want to see an arbitrage opportunity, just know that you would have to hold it to whenever that closes in order to get that arbitrage unless it runs again. But this has a substantial, I believe, for Merck to move because it hasn't yet moved on that news. But sometimes, guys, and I'm not married to a direction on Merck because sometimes when a company does an acquisition, it initially goes down and I'm not sure why. So just keep an eye out. I'm not sure which way it's going to go, but it's definitely worth eyeing. All right. So SomaLogic, which is, oops. Oh no, I didn't give you the ticker. Oh, here it is. SLGC, SomaLogic, is up 6.31%. And it's because news that broke on the 17th, guys. So this was last week. Study finds protemic risk scores for cardiovascular disease from Soma Signal Cardio DM test could support physicians in managing patient outcomes. So I believe that it's finally getting some love. It's a bit delayed. A lot of tickers have been, and I'm not sure why, but I definitely have noticed a pattern in that. So EUDA is also up in pre-market, and that's because 8i acquisition completes merger with EUDA Health, combined company to begin trading Friday. So they started trading on Friday. I believe it initially was down, but now it's up $2.78 or 64.63% in the pre-market. So keep an eye on EUDA today. GoCo. All right, guys, this is another one that was running last week. Wasn't sure why. They did a reverse split and initially went up, then they pulled it down. And it was very weird because there was a phantom print down in pre-market that I saw at a bid or ask that it looked like they did one share or something. And it's funny because on Friday it went to that price. Very odd, but apparently, you know, some things in this market seem a little sketch, but this is one of them. So I'm watching GoCo to see now if it rebounds back to the upside. I don't know which way it's going to go, and I wouldn't be married to any direction here because there's clearly more to this picture than meets the eye, but it's worth watching. CVS. All right, guys, CVS got an upgrade to $125 price target today, so I am watching this for a move to the upside based on that. Kimberly-Clark. All right, if you were on the call last night, you know that I mentioned Kimberly-Clark because the past 10 Thanksgivings, they have had a positive week. So I am looking at Kimberly-Clark to see potentially, it looks like it's in a rising wedge right now, and I want to see if it can continue up and potentially break out. I mean, you could also say that it's making a cup, or it's came down, hit its bottom, and is making a V. So I'd like to see how high it can get. Can it get up to 137 this week and potentially meet that neckline of this V, right? We'll see. But just so you know, it has been for the past 10 years positive on Thanksgiving week. So it's definitely worth keeping on your radar. Nestle. All right. Nestle came out, and that's NSRGY, came out with new coffee pods that are paper combustible or whatever you want to call it, pods that go in their Nespresso machine. So I'm watching this for a potential move up based on that new technology. And of course, I can't leave out AVCT. Guys, it looks like there is a wedge forming on AVCT. It is currently down 5 cents in pre-market. I don't see news in any direction that would bring this anyways. I mean, I know the news came out last week, but that was nothing that anyone should have been concerned about. It wasn't new dilution. That was already from the filing back in October. That was the agreement. So it makes no sense to me. Anyways, I'm watching it to see it for a break in either direction. As you can see, if you were to look at this, I pulled up the 1 week chart to show you the wedge that is forming. I'm looking to see hopefully a bounce to the upside. But again, guys, be careful because Honestly, these stocks that are in IT have just been beat down very, very hard. However, given that it's Thanksgiving week, maybe we see a little rally here. And also the acquisition news that we got this morning and that other ticker gives me some positive hope that acquisition season maybe isn't done yet. And then real quickly, I just want to show you the pre-market top gainers. We have IMGO. That was that company that's selling for $36 a share. And as you can see, it's up to 35.75 to mark. EUDA, I mentioned that too. That was the I8, and it's up 96.02% at the time I took this picture, but it was less in there, so I'm not sure. I think I took the first picture first, but keep an eye on that. MMAT we discussed as well. COSM, all right, guys, just be careful with this ticker. I'm not discussing it because it is a bankruptcy play, and a lot of people end up getting burnt in the long run on these stocks. So, you know, they can be good runners, that's for sure. Just if you're going to play it, be very, very careful and don't risk what you can't afford to lose. SLGC is SomaLogic, and we discussed that one as well. So no surprise, all of those are up. And then we have the pre-market top losers. GMVD did a reverse stock split and it is down in pre-market. OPTN, I have no idea why. TAOP is a Chinese name. I think it's a Chinese name. I could be wrong on that, but I know that it's been running up and down in this like 60 to 65 cent range. So it looks like it's back down again. Could it go back to the upside? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what's causing that. Lizzie, LIZI, and Mob are our top losers today so far. And then the most active tickers, RIG, which is Transocean, AUY, Yamana Gold. So keep an eye on gold today, seeing that that's up in pre-market. FTI is actually down 3.47%. Canoe, CANO, is down 10%. And Laurentide Education is up 1.59%, or $10.21. Guys, definitely worth keeping an eye on these most active tickers, whether it's to the upside or downside. And even though, you know, they're in one direction pre-market, doesn't mean it can't change when market opens. So very interesting to just keep on your radar. Thank you so much for watching and have an excellent